Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another Pokemon Unite video. So today I'm going to be playing Talonflame in the jungle. This was actually part of the end of the Japanese network test where essentially what I was trying to do was get footage of playing on every character. I only played on each one once except for Greninja and had quite a few Charizard games as well. But yeah, so this was like my only Talonflame game, and it's a little rough. Like you'll see, like half of my Unite moves with like I'm just gonna be straight up with you that I'm not the best Talonflame player. And this was probably my second game ever. The first one being my one game that I played in the Canadian test back in March. So you know, take that for what it's worth. However, I do think I do a great job of just like macro play in this game. So even though my Talonflame mechanics aren't quite there yet, plus it's just not the type of character I play, I think this will actually serve as a great little showcase for you guys on what Talonflame is capable of. It's kind of crazy. So first off, you're gonna see I'm in the jungle. Gonna do like a kind of upside down U clear of the jungle in hopes that I can be level 5 and start with a very strong skill. I believe this is called Brave Bird. Don't actually remember. But you see we get off a little quick gank here. Super nice. And thankfully, by my persistence, I'm able to score 21 points at the start, which is actually quite huge in that bottom goal, even with that Eldegoss auto-attacking. The thing was my Eldegoss was lower health, so this Gossifleur was, you know, just auto-targeting. If she had been using the select target wheel on the right side of the screen that you guys see me use, she, you know, probably should have targeted me since I was scoring 21 points. But, you know, eventually it will come to a point where you're not able to get off such easy goals, but in this case we were. I will say though, this was a match where I was already in the top 50 of the JP network test, and our Eldegoss was actually a little bit higher ranked than me. I think she's like 35 or something. I was just solo queue this game. I was just playing with like random Japanese players. This was like a few hours before the test ended, so yeah, I was just like trying to get in as many games as I could. You'll see I kind of used my mobility skill there and ended up overcommitting for a kill that got me killed by the not the Zapdos, by the Absol coming in here and scoring there. And you'll see I wasn't actually sure which skill I leveled, so I used it there. Normally you would like use it, you know, to engage in one of these buffs if you're going to farm, but I genuinely wasn't sure which one I took. Because it had been so long since I played my one game of Talonflame back in March, so you know, I took Fly. that's the second skill I took, and what that does is it obviously makes you like untargetable and unhittable. Like you just literally fly up into the sky for a brief period of time. You can fly over obstacles, you can fly over barriers, like the one I'm walking around right now. But you'll see I saved my fly so I could do that. But they already got the kill. So, you know, instead we play smart, we play for the farm, right? We're always trying to take objectives, always trying to be in that mindset of let's not waste our time in this very short 10-minute game. So you'll see I got a very nice jump on these two with Fly. I am taking quite a lot of damage, but this does allow me to kind of box out Mr. Mime and who was that? Gabite. So they eventually die, as well as my Crustle's able to score. And, you know, they pick up the Alolan Ninetales as well. So really good play there on the top side. Even though I did die, not a huge deal because, you know, my buffs are up. It's actually a free trip back to base. I'm joking. Like, that's not super efficient because obviously I give them experience points from dying. But, you know, it could have been for sure a lot worse. So we push a great advantage up there. And here I am just back to farming my buffs. Gonna grab the blue buff, then the red buff. Talonflame is a very great speedster, in my opinion, the best speedster in the game. Sorry, Absol players. It's just Absol got a little bit tuned down from the Canadian beta test that happened in March. So you see, I'm gonna ignore this core fish because obviously my teammate's getting ganked, and this should be an easy pickup kill. However, my you see classic Nintendo Switch moment there. I just missed the damage threshold to kill that Absol, and I popped my Unite move thinking, you know, surely I'll just pick him up here, but the Alolan Ninetales Galaxy Brains me and places her wall right in front of me. So, you know, I missed my Unite move because I run into the Alolan Ninetales wall. Probably not like the best Alolan Ninetales skill to take, but as I mentioned in previous videos, like you're always going to find a time in games where you can utilize whatever skill you take. So like even if it's, you know, arguably a bad skill, I think you would even find a time for, what is that? It's not Cotton Guard, it's like Cotton Spore is the other Eldegoss skill 2 that you can take that kind of like knocks up enemies around you. You know, there's always going to be a time. So whatever you guys end up going on your skills, like, don't worry about it, especially at first when you're just trying to learn the game. Like, try everything out. That's the best way to get good at a MOBA, is just like trying as many combinations as possible. Failure is the best way to learn. Like, that's just a fact of life. Didn't mean to get a little too sentimental here, but you know, that's just true. So yeah, I wasn't actually sure if my Corphish was gonna spawn, but remembering that I actually did the gank prior, so that's why it wasn't up there right when it should have been when I was pathing over there. So I think I just end up skipping in here. Yeah. So unbeknownst to me, my Crustle is actually like 1v3ing up top because he popped his Unite move. So he's just like absolutely popping off with the Shell Smash build. And I will help him come pick up this Mr. Mime kill. Oh wait, no I don't actually. Yeah, we get Omega trolled here. And again, another whiffed Unite move. Oh, yikes. Talonflame mains currently hating me. But you know what? As I mentioned, it was like my second game ever. Probably not going to play this character that much anyway. I get saved from the Eldegoss shield there because the enemy Eldegoss's auto attack would have actually killed me there. So that's huge. And I see that, you know, Rotom spawning like the entire enemy team is at bottom side, except for I guess Crustle backed to get his HP back. But you know, I see they're doing well down here. I want to prioritize this objective. Crustle sees the same opportunity, so thankfully with him, like, we're just going to absolutely shred this. You see, we've already broken tier 1 and tier 2 top, so like this is actually huge. Like, the pushing power of Rotom, just like the damage it does to enemies in a lane is like actually insane. Like, it definitely feels buffed compared to what it used to be, so that's really good just to like have this on the map pushing for us in the last minute while we're kind of getting set up for the last 2 minutes of the game. Like, ideally we would have wanted this to start marching a little bit later, but you'll see, like, because me and this Crustle, like, we're like so in sync, even though it's just some random player in Japan that I've never met in my life. We both have the thought to just like go score in the base goal before Rotom even gets there. So we get our goals off, and you'll see like they're actually going to take out the Rotom here, and yet again a third whiffed Unite move that doesn't actually do anything useful. But you'll see that I'm actually able to get out because just Talonflame things. Fly is incredibly good for like getting in and getting out of risky situations. Definitely, like, I noticed like some of my mindset from playing Greninja came into play when playing Talonflame, so you know, keep that in mind. You might like Talonflame if you like Greninja as well. Again, this is just like not exactly my type of character, the assassin type. I prefer like doing sustained, like ranged, or I guess in Greninja's case, melee hybrid DPS, but to each their own, you know? So last 2 minutes of game, gonna pick up this quick, can't even remember what that is called, little upgraded, evolved Corphish. Omega Lol, can't even remember Pokemon names. And, you know, I get stopped by this Alolan Ninetales. Big bummer. However, this is huge, because look, like, their entire enemy team is getting absolutely shredded. Who do they need most in this moment is an Alolan Ninetales to CC my team, to do damage to my team. But like single-handedly, just by using Fly and my dash, I baited out Alolan Ninetales ult. I zoned her off away from the Zapdos because I was threatening my 36 × 2 72-point score by hovering around their tier 2 bottom goal, which is now gone along with Alolan Ninetales' life. It was just really good, like, positional awareness by me here to like do that for my team, because like I was since I'd already used my Unite, since I'd already pretty much used like my abilities, I wasn't really going to offer much to like the engagement that was happening in the Zapdos pit. However, like, as Talonflame, you are an excellent distraction to enemy Pokemon and the objectives. Again, like, the reason I back here is because I saw Eldegoss was pathing down in our jungle, and I'll actually be able to, I think, pick her up here. I can't recall for sure, but oh yeah, here's my saving grace. Yeah, that's right. Check this out. Finally, we hit one. One of four Unite moves hit. So, you know, there we go. And what I'm doing here is, like, I see my Pikachu's already scoring 98 points, breaks that tier 2 bottom goal, And you'll see that I'm actually using the score boost item here that I never am actually really able to use in this match, because like really my purpose as a jungler in this game more was like I was just more of a distraction than anything. You see that Mr. Mime just barely doesn't get his points off. Unfortunately, there's no buzzer beater mechanic in this game like there is in like basketball or something. I do hope they like add that eventually though, because I think it would be nice like if the points you started scoring, if you were channeling them and didn't get interrupted by the end of the match, like I think it would actually be really nice if they counted for the end goal. But yeah, anyway, like a low kill game for an assassin, but like nonetheless, I served a very important purpose for my team as a Talonflame who didn't really know how to like use the skills that much or like what to do, but just like being aware of what I was able to do in terms of distraction, evasion, and just like sneaky goals here and there was like pivotal in doing this. So like if you're playing a speedster, like don't always just rush for kills. Like, you know, like kills are very important. It helps you push advantages, helps you push goals. But a lot of the times, like taking an Alolan Ninetales off a very important objective, like Zapdos at the end of the game like that, with Talonflame and like baiting out the Unite move like I did, like, you know, that's actually extremely helpful. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Just a little Talonflame showcase from a person who's not very experienced in Talonflame, but I think this game was a great like example of just positional awareness and sort of macro play in terms of what I can do to assist my team in doing what they're trying to do, which, you know, like is take Zapdos there at the end, so to secure our victory. So anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, drop a subscription, leave a like, leave a comment, do all those things. Love you guys a lot. Thank you so much for the support so far, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out.